Hey, Jackson, do you mind if I come over tonight?
Sure, I have a day off tomorrow, so you can stay the night if you want.
Thanks, I will. I'll stop by the grocery store to buy some food for tonight on the way there. I'll head there as soon as I'm done with everything. I'll see you later then.
Wait, Ellie, I've been wanting to ask you this question for quite some time now.
About what?
Don't you think it's about time that we thought about moving in together?
What?
I mean, we've been together for almost 3 years now. We spend time together at each other's place at least 3 times a week. I just think that the rent and the other stuff is kind of a waste, seeing as we both leave our apartments empty quite often. So I thought it would make things much easier if we just move in together.
So you mean like living together in either mine or your apartment?
Or we could even rent a new apartment together that's located in a convenient area for us. And we could start a new life there. What do you think, Ellie?
What happens after that? Are you actually considering a future with me?
You mean like marriage?
Yes. You're still 26, but you know that I'm already 29, so I've got to be extra careful with my decisions from here. So, I just want to know where your intentions are when it comes to marriage.
Of course I'm willing to marry you. I've always wanted to marry you someday, ever since we started dating. If everything goes well, would you marry me? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to propose to you like this. It just kind of slipped out.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's not that I don't want to, but how much is your annual income, Jackson?
What?
How much do you earn annually? Just briefly.
My annual income? I would say somewhere around $50,000 for now, I guess. But that's pre-tax.
Is that all you earn?
I don't think it's that bad, to be honest.
I thought it would be a bit more than that. I have a former classmate of mine, and he already earns around $80,000 annually. He works in one of the biggest and most prestigious firms.
Of course, it depends on the company as well, but isn't that mainly because they've been working longer than I have? I've only been employed for 4 years since I graduated college.
But still, $50,000 is way too little. If you're thinking about living together and marrying me, you should have at least $100,000 of annual income. We can't live together with such a low income like that.
I honestly don't think it's as low as you say it is. I'm pretty sure we can make it through just fine. And I'll probably get paid more as the years go by.
I can't wait for that long. I need it now. I can't get married with you just yet if that's all you earn right now. But if you do want to marry me right now, I suggest that you find another job. A job that pays at least $100,000 annually.
You know that's not possible. I can't just find a new job and earn that much right from the beginning.
How do you know that? You haven't even tried yet. But of course that's only if you want to marry me.
Why do you care so much about money? Even if you were penniless, I would still marry you because I care about you and I love you. But are you telling me that money is more important? Did any of these years that we spent together mean anything to you?
I never said that I don't love you, Jackson. But you have to admit money is important when it comes to marriage and starting a whole new life together. I'm not comfortable just yet with your current income. I'm almost 30, and it's not like I can get pregnant anytime, you know? If you want to marry me right now, you'll need to earn at least $100,000.
But still, I can't just quit my job, find a new one, and earn that much money like magic. That's not realistic, and it doesn't work like that.
What do you want then? So you don't want to marry me. You just can't be bothered to put in the effort, right? Do I not mean anything to you?
What are you talking about? You're like a whole different person right now. Is money really the only thing you have on your mind? I have to say, I'm kind of disappointed.
If anyone should be disappointed, that should be me. I thought you earned much more seeing as you work at a big company. I've wasted 3 years of my life with you. I'm done.
So, it turns out you were just a gold digger then. Fine, I don't care. I don't want to be with a selfish woman like you who only cares about money anyway.
I don't want to be with a useless and unreliable man like you either. Don't ever appear in front of me again. If I see you again, I'll accuse you of stalking. Goodbye. Hey, Jackson! Oh my God, it's been so long. How have you been?
Who is this?
Don't be silly. It's me, Allie. Have you forgotten your ex-girlfriend?
Oh, right. I couldn't tell who you were at first. What do you want?
Well, nothing in particular. I was just kind of wondering if you're seeing anyone right now.
That's none of your business, is it?
By the way, I have a boyfriend, and we've been dating since last year. He's in his 50s, so he's kind of old, but he earns $80,000 per year. I'm already in my mid-30s, so I've kind of stopped expecting too much from others now. But still, he's much richer than you are, Jackson.
Great. Good for you.
If you want to date me, you gotta earn at least that much, you know? I'm not asking for much, am I? But I guess you and I were just not meant for each other in the first place.
Are you done?
I bet you haven't even had one single girlfriend since I left you. Do you want to know why? Because you don't aim higher. With that kind of attitude and low income, no one would be attracted to you. If you want to marry a fine lady like me, you gotta put effort into earning more. You know what I'm saying?
I earn $120,000 annually right now.
What?
It seems that you think my annual income is still $50,000, but the thing is I now earn $120,000. Didn't I tell you before that I'd be getting paid more throughout the years?
That can't be true. You can't be earning $120,000. How could you earn that much money?
I mean, if you don't believe me, that's fine. But one reason why my income increased is because I quit my last job and started working at my parents' company.
Your parents' company? What do they do?
Didn't I tell you? My parents are the founders of Parker Manufacturing Company. Have you ever heard of them?
Well, yes, of course. Who hasn't? It's one of the most successful companies out there. Wait, are you telling me that you are in line to be the next president of the company?
Not just yet, of course, but hopefully someday. I quit my last job 4 years ago and started working where I am now. I'm still learning and my dad's teaching me new things every day so that someday I can take over his business. It's been great so far and we're doing pretty well.
Why didn't you work there from the beginning? If you had, you would have earned so much more.
There's a rule in our business that the next possible president must have a few years of training at a different company of the same industry. It's also a good opportunity to establish useful contacts. It's kind of like learning about how to get through society from scratch in an environment where nobody knows you. So I didn't have any connections at all getting in my previous company.
Then, why didn't you tell me about this 5 years ago? If you had, I would have accepted your proposal immediately.
Well, back then it wasn't official that I was going to be the next president of the company, so there was no reason to brag about it.
I see. Congratulations, you've passed the test!
Excuse me?
You finally did it! You managed to become my ideal man. I knew you could do it. You can marry me now. Let's get married right away.
What are you talking about? I don't plan to marry you at all.
Why? You don't have to be so modest anymore. You worked so hard and you did it for me, didn't you? Well done. I accept your proposal now.
No, I mean, I never did any of this for you in the first place. Anyway, I don't want to be with a woman who judges people just by their income and job titles. You're so shallow.
What? I thought you wanted to marry me. You're the one who proposed to me.
Yes, 5 years ago, and you declined right after you heard how much I earn. You didn't care about me or about all the years that we spent together. All you cared about was the money. So I'm sorry, but I would never want to marry a woman like you. I'm rather pissed off at the moment, actually.
Back then, I didn't know that you were so wealthy. I know I was a bit harsh, but I said it because I cared about you and I knew you could do better. You're probably not dating anyone right now anyway, so quit the fuss and just marry me. You won't regret it.
No thanks. I honestly don't want to marry you. Anyway, I'm already married and have been for more than 2 years now.
What? You're married?
We're gonna have a child next year in April. Our second child, to be more specific.
You're joking, right? How could you get married to someone that's not me?
I was very lucky. I found a beautiful and kind woman the same age as me who loves me for who I am and not for how much I earn.
I can't believe you cheated on me. I was patiently waiting for you this whole time to become a better man. How could you just marry someone else like that?
You weren't being patient at all. You just told me you have a boyfriend who earns $80,000 a year.
Oh, I'll break up with that old man immediately. So let's get married, okay? I won't make you regret this.
The thing is, I know that I will. Just cut it out, will you? We weren't meant for each other like you said, right?
You deceived me. I should have married you 5 years ago. I made such a big mistake.
Well, I guess you learned your lesson, right? Like they say, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Well, I don't think there's anything more to talk about. Goodbye, Ellie. I immediately blocked Ellie off my phone after that. However, she was so desperate that she eventually showed up at the company office. She refused to listen to the security guards and kept yelling that she was my fiancé. Soon after, she was reported to the police and was arrested for trespassing and vandalism. Even after she was arrested, she still wouldn't stop claiming that she was my fiancé. But since I had explained to my parents, wife, colleagues, and friends about Ellie in advance, no one believed her. In the end, she paid a fine and swore that she would never come close to me or any one of us ever again. Due to her arrest, her boyfriend and all her other friends separated from her, so she eventually became completely isolated from everyone. I guess that's what happens if you don't think ahead. I hope she learned her lesson.